And I'm so excited because at least this time we can now be more connected to many people about their Feng Shui.
If you don't want to do something, change it. If you don't want to be somewhere, move. Do whatever you can to be happy because this is it. You can't come back and do it again.
Kayo pa rin ang mag-decide kung gusto nyo maging masaya, maging malungkot. Tanggalin na yung lungkot, di ba? Tanggalin yung problema, doon ka lang sa happiness. Yun palagi ang pipiliin mo, happiness.
If you just live one way forever and you don't pivot and you don't move, you will never grow. You will just be idle. And if you are idle, then how will you progress, di ba?
Pag-aralan mo yung role hindi lang time script, memorize mo, that's it. Kasi hindi lalabas sa mukha mo kung tama ba yung role na pinoportray mo. Kailangan pag-aralan mo siya, mag-research ka, mag-kausap ka ng kung ano pwede mong kausapin tao para sa role na to.
Diba, of course, love is a choice. So, syempre, since we're both part of the showbiz industry, importante para sa amin na hindi makinig sa ibang tao. It's more of like we choose to listen to each other.
Keep dreaming about the Philippines because when you wake up and when you do make good of your travel to the Philippines, we assure you of the same promise that it will be more fun and safer Philippines which you will visit.
I think OPM is evolving because we have a global audience. So there's a lot of things that is being now added into the music. The generation of today is adding a new flavor to it.
Marketing is to build awareness. Branding is tell people who you are. Find your target markets, where they are, where they gather, and what's their lifestyle.
Me as an individual, as a unique person, I feel that you are your own icon. You know, you have to have your own personality, shine, whatever.
Because for me, it's about educating ourselves because we are in two different generations. But at the end, we will embrace and kiss and say, I love you.
You know, you have to take charge of your destiny because it is your life. And ambition ka sa buhay, run after your dreams, chase your dreams, it will happen.
Changing the habits to keep your energy level balanced and take the advantage to take care of yourself, pamper yourself with shea butter. Yes. You know, it was something that I was doing a lot.
But with cooking, you know, be imaginative, be creative, explore. It's really more of just have fun with what you cook.
I want you to know that it's a hard job. So, hindi lang yan pang glamour. I think you have to be intelligent to be an actor so you can understand the character that you will do and what the director will tell you.
For me, it was all about care. I care about people. I care enough to want them to do really well. And it was that moment where I realized that I want to coach. I want to help others through coaching.
The greatest sex organ is the one between your ears, diba? Not between your legs. So that is why I decided that a PhD in psychology and clinical psych.
During my college days, then I started buying cheap makeup, and then I started people paying. Like I could actually earn from it. So like, oh my God, I could really earn from by doing the thing that I love doing.
Pagdating ng araw, ipapakita namin sa buong mundo na kaming mga Filipina, we are good people. That is just a stepping stone for us to achieve what we want because of love for our family.
Why do we limit ourselves if you have the time and you have the skills to pursue something and your heart and your passion is still in it?
I always feel that being a woman is an advantage because you can charm your way, diba, sister?
Yeah.
If you're smart, you can do many things, no? Pretty and smart. Wow, you can do so many things.
As a model, you are expected to look a certain way. You're expected to have measurements that are at par with their standard.
Making the right choices in my career has led me to the leadership role that I am at now. No?
I look at the mirror and smile a lot. Remember, it only takes 17 muscles to smile and 46 muscles to frown.
What's nice about our industry is during recessions or during difficult times, that's where we really hunt and look for opportunities.
I want to make children happy. That is one of the most important purpose that I had. So I said, I had to teach children how to play with it.
There is something special about each one of us. And if we can share that,
and have mutual benefits for each other, then that's really good. Create a win-win-win situation for everybody.
Nakaka-in-love. Nakaka-in-love. Alam mo talaga, totoo yan, Marites. When you're traveling, just the two of you, you feel young. Yung parang it was just yesterday.
There are foods that don't have to be fancy. There are foods that don't have to be complicated to be delicious. And we have to keep that part of our culinary tradition alive.
It's not always about just the work. It's about holistic wellness, right?
That's
It's
right.
about having a balance of, really enjoying life.
Beauty is no longer a vanity. Actually, it's an affordable luxury.
Everybody, good afternoon here in London, good evening there in the Philippines, and of course, good morning, New York. Today, I'm very, very excited because another very, very special guest is going to be on the Marites Allen show. In the meantime, welcome again, my friends. I hope you are doing well, and I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I know that there's a lot of you now waiting for our special guest, of course, our very loyal Joey Abinilla. Thank you so much for joining. Almira, hello. From Dumaguete. Maayong gabi diha sa Dumaguete. Kahibaw man ko magbisaya. Thank you. And of course, we have our Super Suki Maggie Paras. Thank you. The winner, of course, Maggie is one of the winners of our pretty looks for the eyebrow tattoo, of course. That's worth, I think, 30,000 pesos. So congratulations. Keep liking, sharing, and subscribing to the Marites Allen on YouTube. Welcome again, Evelyn. Magandang gabi sa'yo. Dennis, hello, kumusta? And of course, our ever dearest Dexter. Thank you so much. Melissa, thank you for joining us today. We're going to read some more of your greetings today. But in the meantime, let me introduce to you our very, very special guest. Our very special guest, my friend, is that he is, wow, a world-renowned fashion designer. He's a Zen artist. He's also a professor in Kanji, a Japanese calligraphy, which in fact, my friends, I want to learn. He is a professor at Nihon Shuji International School, as well as an instructor for Wu style Taiji and 5 elements Qigong. Oh my God, these are the things that I've been wanting to do. But hey, I think he's like the other half of me. And my friend, he's also a member of the Fashion and Design Council of the Philippines. And he has been in the industry for more than 30 years and has transcended fashion into many, many more. He is a Reiki Master, teacher of Natural Healing Therapy, and of course, his core objective is just to make people happy, just to make people lovelier, more beautiful, and just be well. So in the wellness industry, he is really, really a very, very special person. And I'm very honored to welcome on the show Oj Hofer, all the way from Cebu. Hi, Oj.
Hi. Good evening. Good afternoon there in London, no? Good evening to all the viewers here in the Philippines.
Thank
And
you
you're
so much.
so glad
How
to
are
be
you?
here in your show.
Thank you. You come in very clear and very beautiful as always. Oh my God, I have so many questions to you. You have to teach us about your longevity, about the wellness, how to be more beautiful and everything. So, Oj, question: How are you? How's pandemic in Cebu?
Oh, we're getting better. So the malls have reopened and kids are allowed inside already. And so you still need to wear the masks, of course. So, but the basic protocols. But without the face shield na. So, mas kita na yung magagandang mukha ng mga tao.
Oh my gosh. Did I tell you that when we arrived here in London last year, my God, the apparently the makeup, the eye makeup rose in sales because when people are
Wow.
wearing masks, so all they have to do is beautify their eyes. So the sales of the
Understandably.
really like the eyelashes, the lahat ng mga makeup really
Mm-mm.
like increased a lot. So there are still things that prosper even in a pandemic.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And I also learned that people were still wearing lipstick under your masks. So they
Yes.
have this. They would have there's like a silicone mouthpiece that they put in the mask to keep so they still wear makeup because makeup really is not for other people only to see. It's for yourself, right? So you can feel beautiful and so
Correct.
so it's
I
it's
so
that
agree with you.
the concept of makeup that's making people still buy it.
Exactly. Do you know that for me, since March, since middle of March, every day, Oj, when I wake up in the morning, I do up myself. I dress up. I even wear perfume. If I do not wear perfume in front of Zoom, it's not complete. So every day, because whenever I have to go to a ball, so I made it a
Yes.
habit that every day I dress up. Even my husband said, "Honey, where are you going?" He said, "Nope, I'm just gonna be staying at home." So I just would like to be beautiful. So even
That's
when
fabulous.
you should see me cooking, darling. So today I'm wearing my Albert Andrada, a gift from
You
Albert
look
Andrada.
fabulous, darling.
Ben Chan from Tweety. Thank
Oh,
you.
nice. Sweet de
So,
Leon, right.
Thank you. Okay.
Beautiful.
We have our first question to you, Oj. What does Oj stands for? Oj
Okay,
is
so
short from what?
I stand for simplicity. So my when I started designing about 3 decades ago, my motto had always been in these three catchphrases. So is it clean? Is it pure? Will it last? Will it endure? So those were the things that I consider when I design not just dresses, anything, because I was able to dabble accessories and home furniture, etc. So those were the design philosophy that I've always worked with.
Clean, pure, and will it endure? Wow.
Yes, yes.
Amazing. You know what? One day I'm gonna introduce you to my son. My son is into hemp industry.
Wow.
Yeah, hemp. Apparently, the fabric lasts for like forever. So if you
Yes,
talk
yes.
about endure times, my God, it's there. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So that's it. So
Wow.
another we have a viewer here. By the way, my friends, thank you so much. I saw somebody from Taiwan. So thank you and welcome. If you can please write down which country you're watching. Thank you so much. Joanne from Taiwan. I don't know what time is
Xishuang,
it.
Joanne.
Thank you, thank you. Seth Av, this also sounds like a different, a foreigner name. What country are you watching, Seth? Thank you for watching. Hello, May. Hello, Gina. Thank you so much. Very happy to join you tonight. Stay healthy and keep safe, sabi ni Melissa. Someone is also watching from Christie's, watching from Hong Kong. Oh my God, we are so international today. Thank you so much. Okay, now you had been in the fashion industry, Oj, for over 30 years. Share us to us your journey in the fascinating world of fashion.
Okay, so I went to school in UP Diliman. So originally my course was bachelor's degree in fine arts, major in visual communications, and I wasn't intending to be a designer initially. But as soon as I graduated from college, I passed by Cebu, and my cousin here said, "Oh, let's open a shop while you're here." And Cebu is lovely, you know. We have the beaches, like 30 minutes away, and it's a bit slower than Manila, but you still have the amenities, you know. So especially now. So I stayed. I'm gonna stay for 3 years, but I stayed longer. So until 3 years turned into more than 30 years. So
How young were you when you started Cebu
I was
journey?
fresh out of college, so maybe 20, 21.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love Cebu. I love Cebu.
Yeah, so when I started, so it was my cousin and I, and we did an exclusive show. We invited Cebu's 200, so they came, and we also shout out to the designers. So we invited all the designers, and it was good because I got to meet them, and you know, I became friends with them. So from then on, I was doing a lot of shows in Manila, but I was based in Cebu. So I'd go to Manila for shows, and I early on in my career, I joined the Philippine Young Designers Competition, the very first one, and I was with Rahul Laurel and some friends from.
Yes.
Yeah, so Rahul's a very long-time friend of mine. You know, even before I became a designer in college, I was here.
He's
a
great.
lovely
He
person.
did a lot of outfits for me, gowns, dresses, clothes. I don't know. I may have like maybe 30 or 40 of his creations, and it lasts.
Yes.
It endures, like what you said.
Exactly, and also our friendship endured. You know, I became a designer, and I'd see him, and he'd come to Cebu do shows like this. So when I joined the competition in Manila, I was one of the finalists for the Young Designers competition, and then after that, I did several shows for the magazines there, and I liked staying in Cebu because it was it's an hour away, an hour and a half away from and 50 minutes away from Manila. It's so easy to access Manila, and so I just decided to base myself here. I'd have clients in Manila whom I would fly in for, and I partnered with June Escario. We had a shop in LPL. Yeah, we opened a shop and
LPL Tower.
Yes, we had a shop there.
Oh my gosh, darling, sorry to
pandemic.
interrupt you. LPL, we have a flat there. That's where we started.
Oh, wow.
We were in the penthouse then. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I was below you.
Come on.
Our shop, we were on the 4th floor, I think. Like that's the 3rd or 4th floor. Yeah, we were below you. So there. So I did shows, and I was also working as a fashion editor for a local lifestyle magazine. It was called Z Lifestyle Magazine, and I was doing that for like 15 years. Yeah, so I was able to use what I learned in college, which was editorial design. So as an editor of the fashion pages, I was able to do what I liked most. So, you know, Marites, I'm very lucky because I like what I'm doing. So it's not like work for me.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's work. It's I look forward to every start of the day. And at the end of the day, I'm grateful for the day.
Yeah. Yeah, same thing with me. I always like my mantra, Oj, is always begin and end your day with prayers and of course with gratitude. You know, and have a purpose in life. I love your principle. Thank you so much for that.
So anyway,
Now,
to continue with that, I just decided to stay here and yeah, so I became friends with a lot of ladies here who lunch and
mm,
also yeah, with the local, been helping the local fashion industry. So I was teaching at University of the Philippines and then mentoring some young designers, doing what I can so that the techniques and the knowledge can be transferred to the younger designers.
this is true. Yeah, it's really like important because it continues, the culture and darling, you're making so much, making us easier and more beautiful Filipinas as well. So thank you for you.
You're
Somebody just
inherently beautiful.
thank you. Somebody was just joining us. Josette, hello from Macau. Oh, that's
Oh.
nice. Thank you. And we have Eja. Thank you. Good evening, my Marites. Staying well and healthy. Thank you. Please put in wherever country you're coming from, are watching us from. Oj, in this
Yeah.
pandemic time, how are you able to remain true to fashion's, fickle world, and what were the challenges you encountered?
Since I've focused on made to order clothes, I've never I did some ready to wear before, but with the advent of the mega brands, international brands, there's no competition. So I just focused on made to order. So during the pandemic, of course, there were no more parties to go to, and people would tended to stay in, right?
Yes.
They wouldn't go out anymore. So there was absolutely no business going on. But what I did was I still did patterns because I do the patterns myself and I do the draping myself. So I did some more of some work and it brought me back to my original what I love most about designing. It's not really the drawing, the conceptualization. It's actually molding the fabric on a dress form so that it becomes from an idea it's translated into a three-dimensional form. This is what I
Wow.
like about fashion because like I said, I didn't want to go into fashion as a commercial fashion designer. I looked at it as a form of sculpture, sculpting using fabric
Creation.
to yes. So using fabric to enhance the human body, to create something that enhances a person's what's beautiful in a person, right?
Yeah,
So
that's
during the pandemic, I was able to do more of that, and then um, well, no work. So I like what you said, Marites, that in the pandemic you shouldn't just survive, you should thrive, right? You
yes.
said this, and this struck a chord with me. It's reverberated with me because it's true. You should not just survive for the sake of you should thrive, and by thriving, you also encourage other people to thrive. You also give them the courage to face the pandemic head on, so that there's no fear. Because at the start of the pandemic, I was traveling from Argentina, flying back to the Philippines on March 10, I think, March 10, thereabouts. And at the airport, I saw how fear was, it the
Wow.
airport, the air was filled with fear, and it would choke you in the throat. It was so heavy that when you're walking towards the the uh, the exit, well, this is funny. I was walking towards the exit, and then the lady at the guard pointed to me and said, to the side, I said, "Oh no, am I? Is my temperature bad?" Or
Oh my
so I got
gosh.
scared. Yeah, she called me out, so I got scared. So and then she saw that I reacted that way. She said, "No, not you. That was just a lady behind me." So
Oh
there, so it's a fright to have traveled in those times, and I realized that fear can really strangle you.
of
It
course.
can make you, it can freeze you. So the minute I arrived back in Cebu, I tried to do whatever I can to help in the, there were drives for making PPEs and all this. So the Fashion and Design Council of the Philippines started to make PPEs, and then also I was I had some paintings with two art galleries here, so they were trying to raise money for PPE. So I donated some of the paintings, and the proceeds went 100% of the proceeds went to the beneficiary. So these things, so these things were my simple way of trying to encourage people to like what you said, thrive, not just survive, thrive. So give people confidence, give people the faith that we can survive this, give people the hope that this is not permanent. Nothing in this world is permanent. So this will come to pass, and we will come out of it stronger and wiser. So these are things that the pandemic has brought to me as a person and as a creative person. So my outlet was not just fashion anymore. I was able to go back into painting and doing my calligraphy, and so in a way, it's the pandemic really brings out the best in people if you look at it. If you look at it in a perspective, that thriving perspective, not cowering.
That's right. And look at your creations. These are very beautiful. I like also the other one, the one just before that, the one with an off shoulder. With
Thank
that
you,
one.
Marita.
Oh my gosh, I need you to make one for me. I'm mag-order na ako. That exactly same one. I want that. Maybe we're gonna
Okay, I'll
make
make you a dress form.
yeah, maybe it's Christmas. I want something red.
Yes, red would be very nice on
I
you.
love that. I so love that. So I suppose, if I were to ask you, what's the biggest fulfillment you get having to work in the fashion industry? That I would say, what keeps you going? Women are becoming more beautiful, more comfortable. It's couture. It's made to order. It's like it really like dressing us to fit our body form and everything. What is your biggest fulfillment?
When I started to design, I wasn't set out to making, like the vision was not, I'll be the first Filipino to be a member of the Chambre Syndicale in Paris, so that I'll be certified haute couture. It wasn't like that. When I started, I just wanted to make clothes that would make people happy, that would make people confident. So the biggest fulfillment came from when I've developed affinities through my work. When I developed friendships and I met muses. I also met difficult people, but they're always a blessing, even difficult people, you learn to cultivate, you learn to practice from such situations, and it makes you better at handling different kinds of people. So the fulfillment comes from that, from meeting all these people. So I've had the chance to make clothes for past presidents, senators, and celebrities. But I would say that the biggest fulfillment so far that I've had is when I volunteered as a costume designer for Siddhartha the Musical. So Siddhartha the Musical is a musical that was composed by Cebuanos, and all the actors are from Cebu. And we traveled all over the globe. Yeah, so I volunteered to design the costumes, and what it was that I saw it when I was working with important people, but I saw it even more. It crystallized when I saw that the designs that they created for characters in the play would make the person real. So the musical that I designed for was about the life of the Buddha. So it's Siddhartha is the prince, and he became the Buddha, right? So the costumes, when I looked from backstage, I could see how people reacted to the character because of the costume. So the costume, in my own small way, I was able to make that character come to life.
Yes.
I was able to give a sense of reality to the viewers. And what's really touching was that the viewers were crying, the way they reacted because of the music, the light, everything that was in the play, and including the costume. I said, wow, this is the power of your intention. My intention was to create something to make the actor actualize the character.
Wow.
And so that when he's acting as the Buddha, the audience will see him as the real Buddha, the Buddha in flesh and blood, not just an actor sitting there. So when I saw the power of designing, the effectivity of designing, this was the most fulfilling for me. And so I apply it. I apply it in when I meet clients, when I meet women or men who come for design. The first thing that comes to mind is, how can I enhance the positive qualities of this person? That's the first thing. So I don't know. Maybe I'm left. I don't think of the numbers first. It doesn't work that way. I think of the person first and how I can give him something though, so that the value is coming from the person feeling confident, feeling happy, feeling a sense of joy in what he's wearing.
Yeah. Well, it's really amazing, because remember this, I mean, I know that whenever someone, or whenever you want to buy some clothes, right? It is something that you have to feel good about it. Because if you don't feel good about your dress, it just doesn't look right on you, right? It could just like, it will present your aura. And then even if you look at your photo, it just doesn't like jive. You may have the best makeup, for example, but then if the dress that you're wearing just doesn't fit you well, you're so right. It really is. It's still a science, right? It's like even the overall construction of the fabric, of the cat, of the make of the dress is really very important. So my friends, if you have some questions to our special guest, Hofer over here, please write down. And then we are going to have a very, very short break. Our 2022 horoscope books, planners, and almanac are now available. So I know our artwork was not updated, but it's no longer pre-order, but it's available now. Before we go for a break, I just would like to read this. Romero Vergara, I love the way you talk now. Oj, it's learning to all of us.
Thank you, Romero.
And then Romero Vergara, bravo, Oj. Thank you. And somebody, I'm not sure whether it's Taiwanese or Japanese. Thank you and welcome to the show. So we'll be right back.
Is this the almanac?
That's the almanac 2022. You already have it.
Yeah, I have it. It's beautiful. Wow. It's one of the treasures that I opened today. So there you go.
Oh my God, look at that. Let's have a focus on
almanac.
That is so beautiful.
From the Feng Shui queen herself. Right.
It show us the pages.
So you have several pages there.
Yes.
So
if you want to know how to use that, let me know. This is the almanac of the good days and the bad days of the month and the auspicious time of the day. So that's my hard work, Oj, and that's the 12 animal signs, and those are the tips. And that's my, you can keep that. That's a collector items.
Yes, thank you so much, Marites.
You're welcome.
I can see all the efforts you plotted everything there. So I can see all the effort that you did. Wow.
My life
it's all
is
there.
Book. 6 months of my life is just the almanac. So how much more? So like what you said, you love what you do, and it's never a work for us. So we all have a purpose, mga kaibigan. So anyway, we'll be right back in the next few minutes. Hang in there. are back, my friends, and here we are with the great Hofer, all the way from Cebu, and here from me, all the way from London. So, my friends, when we come back and talk to hi, welcome back.
Hi. Hi,
Good.
Marites.
Hi, now, question. Before I go into the other incredible work that you do, what is like, or how, or what is your idea of a balanced fashion and well-being?
The key there is balance, right? So you have to have the balance in your life. So anything in excess, anything that's too little, will tilt the balance. Now, I think the key is you start with harmony. First, you have to have harmony within yourself. The harmony harmony can be equated to joy. If you have that joy within your heart, then you can have harmony. So one of the characters that I like doing a calligraphy of is the character for heart and mind. So in Chinese, the character for heart and mind is just one. Okay, so why is this? Because the idea is to have harmony. Your heart and your mind should be in harmony. Yes, there should be oneness, aligned and oneness between your heart and your mind. So once you have that harmony, then you are at ease. Then you are able to have harmony with your family. Right?
Yeah,
so how do you have harmony with your family is through deference. So filial piety if you're younger, and that's the love that you share with the family. So from the family, it goes out to your friends and society, and from society, it goes out to the world. So where does it all start? It starts from within you. So this is the key to everything. This is the key to balance. How do you have balance in your life? You start with yourself. You start with, how do I harmonize with the people around me? How do I harmonize with myself? How do I harmonize with my partner? So this concept is carried on in this. I bring this also in my design, in my activity. So in design, for example, I never put anything that's not in harmony with the person. So like Marites, for example, the color that you're wearing right now, the chartreuse, is harmonious to your well, if we have to be metaphysical about it, to your aura.
Wealth color,
right?
This color is my wealth color.
There, so it's harmonious to how you look. It's harmonious to your smile, harmonious to your eyes, the way your eyes twinkle. Okay, and then it looks interesting enough. And for example, the necklace that you're wearing harmonizes with the dress, harmonizes with you also, right? So this is harmony together. Now, if you wore something black on your neck with spikes in it, it wouldn't be harmonious, right?
No,
you get that? So it would go against. It would go against the overall feeling of you. I don't think either you would wear that, right? So it's not. So this shows me that you have inner harmony, because the colors, the way you did your hair, this is harmonious. And for me, you apply these principles to fashion. You apply these principles to design. So things should look like they're not consciously designed. They're not over designed. They should be like a second skin. They should harmonize with the person wearing it.
Fabulous. I love that. I love it. So really the key is harmony, because it comes out, isn't it? And you're so right. It begins with you, then it spreads out to the rest of your, family, home, to the community, and to the rest of the world, and everyone is going to be harmoniously happy together. Which brings me to your next, my next question to you is that I had been longing to know more about your calligraphy. So tell us about calligraphy. How long ago did you start this calligraphy, and is it easy for us to learn calligraphy?
You should learn it. You know, you had the intention. Learn it. It's easy now.
I will.
But
I'm gonna be your
but
online.
you know, it's in.
I will be your online student. Okay, Gain.
Sure,
So-
sure. You know, there's the seed. There's the seed of already, right? It's interesting for you. So that's the seed. So all you need to do is water it so that you produce flowers, and you get beautiful flowers. Okay. So how did I start? Like you, I was interested to do calligraphy,
Okay.
but you know, in that adage that says when the student is ready, the teacher appears.
The master will appear.
Yes, the master appears. So all this time I was trying to, I wanted to learn that, but perhaps I wasn't ready because even in college, we had a teacher from Beijing. I was in UP Diliman and we had a teacher as an elective from Beijing was teaching that. But that time said, ay, nakakaloka, I don't know how to hold this small pit. It's too hard. Ganyan, diba? So I wasn't ready for it. So no, but this time around, because I wanted to do that specifically, it happened. So one day there was a Japanese culture weekend. Yeah, and I was doing an exhibit I was doing a, what do you call it, a demonstration for Ikebana, because I also do Ikebana arrangement. So I was doing that, and then one of the people who did demonstrations was a calligraphy teacher, a Kanji calligraphy teacher, and you know, so serendipity because I went to see her. I lined up. There was a queue. I lined up, and then she made me choose the character that I wanted to do. And I said, "Oh, this one looks easy because it's only 3 strokes." The character for mountain. Right? So I said, "Okay, that looks easy enough. I'm gonna do that." But once I held the moped and did that, I said, "Wow, it takes so much focus and concentration." So that when you're doing that, you have to be there at that moment. Otherwise, you end up with something that's incoherent or not balanced. There again is the balance, right? So when I met the teacher, she spoke absolutely zero English. She was Japanese, and she was about 83 years old then. You know, she was an elderly woman. So, but you know, when you want to do something, you find ways to do it. When you don't want to do it, you find excuses. So I found a way to do it. I got her number, went to her class. The first time I went to her class, I was the only one in a turquoise shirt. All the ladies were in their small desk, wearing black. Naka-black sila. So, wow naman, this is so somber. Why are they all in black?
Like winter in England.
And here comes wearing a turquoise shirt. And then so I said, okay, but anyway, I sat and then I started to grind the ink because you have to grind the ink. And then because it was my first time to do that, grinding the ink, it splattered on my turquoise shirt. It splattered on my shirt. Oh, okay, that's why they wear black.
Oh no! Okay.
So from then on, you know, that was the first day, and I had to learn it for 6 years until I became a professor, and that sensei of mine helped me from beginning to end. Can you imagine the whole time she couldn't speak English, so I had to be on an app and teach her how to say things in English, and she would also teach me the Japanese culture. So she would give me some wagashi, some, you know, the desserts, and present it in really nice plates. You know how the Japanese are, right?
They're like perfection is Japanese, you know, from the papers to the everything in Japan is just like so nice.
Right. So there were times when I would almost give up because every month we had to do you had to submit four plates, and they would get sent to Japan and come back to the Philippines with already the corrections. Okay naman, because my corrections were that parang okay naman the one that as I progress. But twice a year we would make scrolls that had like 10 to 16 characters in it. And that was really hard, right? Because it would take me 3 hours to complete. So and my sensei is a perfectionist. She would make me do 10 scrolls and maximum of 10, minimum of 5 scrolls. And
How
she would pick
scroll? How long will the scroll be? Half a meter?
The scroll would be Was it a meter? I forgot the size. What the maybe a meter. Maybe a meter, right? So Aga, can you get one of the scrolls, please? That I did. So the scrolls would get sent to Japan twice a year. So this is when we would level up. We would be graded up. Maybe it's in my room in one of the tubes. And so you start from Q and then first level, mid first level, second, like that. So I did that for 6 years and twice a year. So in 6 months there was a Tanabata, which is in July, and then the first calligraphy of the year would be done in January. And so far naman I passed all of it. So in 6 years I finished. But during this time, what got me really interested in calligraphy is because I met this venerable Master Xingyun. He's the founder of Pokon-san in it's the Buddhist order in Taiwan. Is Kaohsiung, Taiwan. Yeah, so we have a temple there, and his calligraphy it's like abstraction for me, but very beautiful. So he writes it in cursive style. So cursive is there are 5 styles. Cursive is the one that's a little bit difficult to understand because each person would have a different way of saying it. But
yes,
he would do a specific style of calligraphy called one-stroke calligraphy. So one-stroke calligraphy. So if he had like 4 or 5 characters, he had to write 4 characters. He would start, and then the pen would never leave the paper. He would just continue writing the 4 characters, and then at the end, that's when he lifted the moped, the brush. So very nice. And apart from the technique, the words of wisdom that he wrote were very inspiring, right?
Wow.
So because the Chinese characters, one word can mean so many things, right? For example, so these are examples of the Zen drawings that I did on abaca paper this is an abaca fabric. So a French guy is doing abaca fabric here in Cebu, and those 2, that's the character for heart, by the way, the white one.
The white
one. Yes, it's a cursive character for heart. And I call that particular painting the monkey mind. So the monkey mind, because our mind can be like a monkey. So busy jumping up, jumping here and there, But so if you take a look at the painting, it looks like that. It looks like, but so many things going on. But if you find your point of focus, which is the white, only the white character, then your mind will start to gather, to collect. Yeah, so when once it's collected, then your heart and your mind will find a connection. So we go back to that harmony. Once you're in harmony, all those things going on around, it won't matter anymore, right? So but they're just noise, but yeah, there's noise everywhere. So what? Just focus on what you have to do. So this is the kind of art that I'm doing, the Zen art.
Wow,
and
that's
calligraphy and art.
And then so anyone, after before we end the show, you please tell us how to like enroll in your courses. You do masterclass online, right? Because I'm gonna be who among you here, the one who's watching with us right now, who among you here would like to join me in enrolling with the Master Hofer for the calligraphy? Because I have been wanting to say Christmas or birthdays, how I would love to write my Christmas cards into calligraphy, because we've been typing all the time. So I really lost my my signature style. I mean, here in England, everyone, every time somebody's birthday, they have to send you cards, physical cards. Bawal.
How proper. Wow.
So inappropriate for you to send an electronic. No way. Kahit man no, it's so like bad. You have to send somebody a card and handwritten. So I want to improve handwriting, my friends, because oh my gosh, I had been like so bad in writing. Jill, welcome from Japan. Thank you so much for watching. Carl, sabi ni Carl, since 2016, I keep all the books in Almanac. Love the artwork every after year. Yes, and my son is gathering them all because it's going to be the Marites Allen new NFT collection, non-fungible token collection, very soon. Okay, harmony is the key, correct? Thank you, Romero Vergara. Edjo, thank you for sharing. Hofer, good evening, Jojo. Thank you so much. Now, there's another expertise that you do, Oj, and this is about, you are a Reiki expert, you are a Taiji expert. Tell us about this and how one can fulfill harmony and balance in their lives by practicing this.
Okay, so Reiki is a Japanese modality of healing. It was founded by Mikao Usui, and this is like you use your hands to heal. So it's like a therapy, right? So the client will be either in a massage bed or in a seated. And what we do is we access the aura, the auric field of the person, so that the auric field has its layers of emotional layer, psychic layer. It's not just the physical layer. Once it's in the physical layer, it's too late, because the idea is that disease means discomfort, right? It's the word is dis, which means no, and then ease. So there's no comfort, no harmony. That means disease is disharmony, discomfort. So it starts with your aura. Okay, so it starts with the layers of your aura, your energetic field. We emit heat, we emit an electromagnetic field. So it starts with your aura, and if you don't address it, it goes to your body. It manifests as an actual physical ailment. So the Reiki modality helps you while it's still in your auric field or in your chakras, your energy centers. It helps you so that you're able to address it and do things so that you can harmonize your energies. You can harmonize your activities with your words, with your thoughts, because harmony takes on different levels. So harmony of thoughts, harmony of words, harmony of deeds, right? So the intention starts with your intention. So when your intention is to heal your body or to make yourself happy, you'll be able to do that. So it starts with the intention, and then it goes through your mind, body, and your speech. So this modality of the Reiki modality is, I think it's popular in the States because one of the masters, so the first master was Usui, and then there was another Japanese guy, and he also went to the States in Pearl Harbor, I think. And the third one was from Hawaii, and she's the female. She was herself sick of some ailment. I don't know what it was, but the Reiki was able to help her. So she brought it to the States and taught people there. So funny because she wanted to weed out the people who just wanted to, who wasn't serious about it. So when she was teaching it in the 1940s, I think earlier on, she would charge $10,000 to make sure that the people, can you imagine, exorbitantly expensive, to make sure that the person wanting to learn it is serious about it. It's a way of weeding out. You weed out the people who are that. Right. So this is the way.
Same thing in Feng Shui. We spend so much money and time and energy for many years just to learn it. So I can understand what you're saying. Wow. So we have here a fan of you, Sandra Sobel. She said Reiki is love and Reiki is balancing your chakras. Thank you so much. You see, we have a lot of people who can relate, and I just would like to read Carl. Nice. Would love to learn calligraphy too. Parang meditation, parang peaceful with doing the art.
Exactly.
So mga kaibigan, let's join and enroll into the online of Oj. Kasi ako talaga, honestly, I want to improve my handwriting. And just like even just to send cards, birthday cards or Christmas cards to my family and friends. Now, another one before we end the show, Arch, is your skills and ability to do Tai Chi. Do you do this
Yes.
every day? Is there a particular time that you do the Tai Chi at home?
Yes, Tai Chi is itself balance, right? It works with your balance. So physical, mental, and spiritual balance. So to start with the physical plane, the key to balance is knowing exactly where your weight is when you're standing. So if you're standing on one leg, knowing when your left leg is getting fuller and fuller and your weight is transferring fuller and fuller on the left leg and emptying on the right leg. So this is the philosophy of yin and yang. It came from Taoism and partly from Confucianism also. So 700,
Yes.
800 years ago in China, right? And Fang Sen was the guy who made it happen, who formulated it. So you can see that as you shift your weight
Yes.
mindfully, it's moving your weight from left to right foot mindfully so that you're aware every minute and you're moving it with your breath. So this is a way to replenish your internal energy, right? So your internal energy is located in just below your navel. This is called Tantian. Yes, it's the
I can
Tantian
do this
below
already,
your
you know. I can see myself doing this already.
Yes, I'm sure you would look good in it and you would feel good about it also, Marites. Maybe there are Tai Chi masters there even because there's a lot of foreigners who go to China to learn it. They go to Wutang Mountain to learn it. So what is Tai Chi? It's smoothness. All the movements are smooth because you want to regulate the flow of your energy to your body. When you do angular and fast movements, the energy sometimes gets blocked, and sometimes you feel tired, right? When you're not doing it correctly. But why are you doing it softly? You're doing it softly so that your muscle memory improves with the movement, and so that your movement becomes you become more conscious of your movement. So they found Tai Chi to help in conditions like diabetes, in lack of sleep and anxiousness. So sometimes I go to Manila. My friend owns a retreat place there, and I teach the students. So regardless of age, so it can be a young boy from 8 or an elderly person at 80
Yeah.
can do it. Yeah, so there's no age difference, male, female, whatever your identification is, doesn't matter. You can do the exercise and all the way to your old age. And like I still have teachers right now, so that is their secret of longevity. So I have teachers who are 80 years old and they're still doing that, 80, 85 years old, and they're doing it and they're still energized. They have because when you know how to move your energy so that you're not spilling your energy. Sometimes we do movements that spill, we're using too much energy, when you can actually just use enough energy to move an object or to move yourself. Then you're regulating your energy, you're conserving your energy instead of spilling it all over the place. So the practice of Tai Chi basically teaches you how to do that, to sense your own energy, how much of my energy do I need to move, how much of my energy do I need to stand in for example, you have a lecture for like an hour and you have to be standing. So there's a position in Tai Chi that allows you to do that. So the knees are slightly bent and your center is in the middle, your tailbone is tucked. And so there's an alignment that we teach for you to be able to do those things. And also it's very good for falling down. So when you fall, you're not injured. You won't be injured because you would know how to position yourself, how to position your fall so that you don't get injured. Also lifting things. So, when you travel and you'd have to lift things from the conveyor belt and stuff like or push a cart. it becomes practical because you would know how to lift heavier objects without really straining your back or straining your leg muscles.
Wow, that is
Right.
beautiful. I love it. I love it, Oj. I mean, I have a lot of friends who are 80s into their, I think, 70s, and they love doing Tai Chi. And again,
Oh.
before the year ends, I still have a couple of things that I have to do in my life. So I'm going to add calligraphy and Tai Chi. One other question is, when do you have to do the Tai Chi? On or before? Can you mix it together with yoga, or can you do an alternate, say one in the morning, one in the evening? Or, if you have a program for us women, I'm getting older. I'm 53 years old. So
Doesn't
I can
show, darling. You're so fabulous and beautiful.
kasi thank you, Bisaya, mga gwapa man yung tagdako.
Oo man siguro, day. Anyway, you have a very good question because Tai Chi, you can alternate it with your yoga.
Yeah.
So if you do yoga on Mondays, you can do Tai Chi on Tuesdays, right? So the best time would be if you're an early bird, the best time for you to do that would be at early in the morning. So maybe if you can do 6 to 7, that's okay. If you can do 7 to 8, I don't know what the condition of the weather condition is there, but as long as you're comfortable and the sun is not too hot, you can do the Tai Chi, because while you're doing the Tai Chi, your body actually warms up. You warm up gradually, but it's not like the kind of sweating that you get from high impact exercises like maybe Taibo or other high impact exercises. It's a gradual sweating. It warms up, and you feel your internal organs warming up. So the best time to do it is whenever in the morning, whenever it's not too warm, or towards the evening, whenever also it's not too cold.
Okay,
Right.
So remember, in England, there's no sun here. Like, it's winter time now. So are we okay to do it inside our room?
Yes. Indoors is okay. Indoors is also okay. You can do the Tai Chi and the Qigong indoors because the movements are not that, it's the movements are circular.
Yes.
So you just need a circular space that you can move in, not a huge space that you need. But when you have the chance to like today, you're looking bright and sunny because you have the sun, right? So when you have the chance,
I can feel
you can do Tai Chi outdoors, right?
Yeah, I can feel it, my friend. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so outdoors or indoors, it's okay. It's good to do outdoors every now and then so that you can connect to the trees and the grass and the air outside of you.
I'll do that. I'm gonna show you. We have a beautiful garden downstairs.
You have a beautiful view. Wow, the River Thames.
I'm really gonna show it to you. And then thank you so much, Oj, for this wonderful, wonderful learning. We learn a lot from you. You have just converted me to become one of your students. So do we just please invite us, invite the people watching us right now. Where can they contact you if they would like to enroll into your calligraphy and of course Taiji? Do you do this in an online setup as well?
Yes. So my online setup would be one-on-one for Tai Chi and calligraphy, unless if you're a group, if like there's two people in online, then I can handle 2 or 3 people online. But you can just contact me. Meanwhile, you can just contact me through my Facebook page. It's Hofer, and I can message me through Messenger. Meanwhile, because I haven't set up a page for that, right? Because I do regular classes here in Cebu. Tuesdays we do it at the Chun Temple, and even the Reiki you can learn that online because I can do distance healing and distance attunements for the Reiki. So yeah, do keep in touch. Just send me a message on Facebook. You can comment on my posts regarding. I do post about Reiki and Tai Chi and calligraphy every now and then. I also have Instagram accounts for Art of Oj. That's for the calligraphy, and then the Reiki is in my main Oj Hofer. So maybe I can provide that and you can post it.
Yes,
I can provide that.
for calligraphy. Art of
Yes,
Oj
it's
for
Art of
calligraphy.
Oj.
Just for
Yes,
your
that's on
ID.
Instagram.
Oh
Yes.
my God. O sino nang sasama sa akin dyan na I need 2 or 3 people to join me on my online class. Sabi nga ni Dexter, love Oj art and style. One of my early inspirations to become a fashion designer way back when I started in the 90s. Thank you, Dexter, for making this happen with a great Oj. Sabi ni Sandra, nakakabata yung Tai Chi. It makes me verb. Every morning daw sa Rizal Park, may nagtuturo niyan. I don't know now. Oo nga, di ba?
Totoo, it's true. Because you circulate your blood nga, di ba? When you're doing the Tai Chi, you're moving your blood around. So the
Correct.
Chi goes with your blood. So the heart becomes younger. You oxygenate the face because you're breathing. So yun. So maybe that's what you mean. Nakakabata siya.
Correct.
So my
But
8-year-old
anything-
sisters, they still look young.
Yeah, you know what? The nakakabata niya, there's a scientist here, Dr. David St. Clair. He is really on about longevity and aging. And because of the advent of technology, a lot of people, for example, in England, people now here are living until 96 to 100. My mother-in-law, she's 89. She still
Wow.
drives. She lives in her own big house, and the house is so nice and clean, and the garden is so beautiful. She's so independent. So at 89, she's nearing 90, and she still drives, pick me up at the train station and everything. So what the scientist was saying is because of what we do, like what you said, the exercise, the Reiki, the realigning the parts of our body in terms of like harmonizing the internal of it is very important. Plus, of course, the sleep, which is like I think for
Yes.
me that's a big in question. And at the same time, is what we eat is
Yes,
actually
yes.
the key to live longer. So,
Yes.
my friends, anything po na nakakabata sa atin. Let's do something. And maybe, there's a way for us to live, older than maybe 80 or 90, even
Yes.
100.
So Marites, the harmony and staying happy.
Love
This
it.
makes you live longer.
Okay, so few words for our finale episode today. The wise words from Oj Hofer. Can you please repeat it again, Oj? Stay
Okay, so stay happy and build that harmony within you so that you can be harmonious with people around you, your family, your loved ones, the people you work with, your neighbors, the people in your city or country, and then the people in your harmony starts within you. You cannot find it outside of you, always within. So when you look within and when you harmonize your heart and your mind, your thoughts and your words and your deeds, then you will be able to invite longevity within you, and also bring good fortune to yourself.
Perfect.
So that's the secret to it.
There you go, my friends. Thank you so much, Oj. It's been a wonderful, wonderful time being with you. I think we're gonna do another episode with you again because I want to learn.
It will be my honor, Marites. I love I love that you're helping people the way you do.
Yeah, thank
Your
you.
work is actually helping people, giving them. It's for me. It's like mnemonics, right?
Yeah.
That you're reminding them how to live a happy, harmonious life. You're giving them tools to equip them to be happier, to be more productive, and to bring in good fortune in their life.
Yes, thank you. And thank you for our good friend Dexter. And of course, thanks to you for saying yes to be in our show. Until next time, Arch, thank you so much. We've overshoot our time. So thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you soon. Arch, I'm gonna be seeing you on the backstage. Thank you once again, my friends. And Dexter, thank you so much. Carl, thank you very much. And once again, I'd like to invite you to please come and get na and share that our 2022 almanac, the horoscope books and planner, are now available at our website, friga.com.ph. The one in the UK, you have to contact the Philippine branch to be shipped it to you as well. So thank you once again, my friends. Stay healthy, stay happy. I'll see you again on Wednesday for my episode with Filipino TV Europe, and on Friday for Friga Fashion Friday, and at about 1 a.m. Philippine time. That's going to be my episode for USA Global TV. So thanks again. I love you all. Thanks, Dexter, and thanks to our very special guest, Hofer. Love you all. See you.